Hello, one and all. We are living in unprecedented times. We have a guy who is named Donald Trump. He is charged with 91 felonies. And yet, for all intents and purposes, there is very little chance that he will not be the Republican nominee in 2024. Now, he has been president before, as you all know, and could very well end up president again. But what does the future really hold? I don't know, you don't know, nobody really knows. But let's speculate. You see, I was one of few Americans, or people in general, doesn't matter my nationality, but people all over the world, who understood in 2020 that we had not seen the last of Donald Trump. And I knew that, and I knew on January the 6th that that wasn't the last we'd seen of Donald Trump either. And I knew that he was down, but I knew he wasn't out. And I knew that he would be back. And my prediction came true. You see, the thing is like, a lot of people were going, "Oh, it's worse than I ever imagined." Oh, that was just a big rallying cry in late 2020 and early 2021. But the reality is that I am one of few people that thought to myself, "No, I can imagine quite a bit." And if you think that the last 70 days or whatever of Trump being in office were wild, I assure you, you haven't seen anything yet. Because Donald Trump could very well end up in prison. However, there is much debate as to whether or not this will happen, because Donald Trump has repeatedly violated court orders and hasn't really suffered any real consequence for it. Yeah, he was ordered to pay a $5,000 fine. He was ordered to pay a $10,000 fine at one point, but no jail time. He's not been held in contempt of court and thrown in jail. And I don't think he will be. At least not for contempt of court. He may face jail time over some of the 91 felonies, but the courts have shown that they're not going to really do anything about him, at least not yet. And he has faced impeachment not once but twice, which has never happened in the history of the United States. And they didn't do anything to him then. And what's more is his followers are getting crazier and crazier. I don't know what they will do individually or collectively, but he does have an army behind him. Trump may be out of power, but he is far from powerless. And he suffered some pretty big hits to his business and reputation. But he's not down by any means. He's not out, most certainly not. And there are a lot of people saying, "Oh, he will never be president again." Oh, I guarantee you, he has a good chance of getting back into the Oval Office. And as I said before, and as others have said before, if you thought it was a wild ride the first time he was leader of the United States, trust me, you ain't seen nothing yet. And if he does get into office, God help us, and by us, I mean the whole world. Because the free world will lose its backbone. I know it's kind of arrogant for Americans to claim that we are the leader of the free world. It's self-proclaimed title, but other nationalities have agreed with us because we are strongest in the free world. And if Trump ever gets into office again, it will give people like and nations a chance to do what they've always dreamed of doing. Nations such as Russia, China, Iran, and so on. And North Korea too, because it's like people pretty much say, oh, if you're not Trump, you're a pinko commie. Excuse me, I'm not the guy who worships not one, not two, but three communist dictators. These dictators being Vladimir Putin, Xi Jinping, and Kim Jong-un. And there's also a few other guys that Trump loves. You can check the description box. And none of them are good. What we have to understand here is that we are dealing with something new. And if Trump gets into office, he wants to put us on an alliance with possibly, this could actually happen. I mean, we could be in an alliance with China, Russia, North Korea, and Iran, because he is not, well, maybe not Iran. Probably not Iran, because Soleimani was dispatched under Trump's watch, and the Iranians have an arrest warrant out for him. Not that, but that's purely symbolic, because Trump is guaranteed to never see the inside of an Iranian jail or prison. That will not happen. However, it's like, it's what we have here is a religion with Trump at the head. He is their God, literally. He is their God. And we need to be on alert, because we could sleepwalk into another Trump presidency. And we cannot allow this wannabe dictator into office ever again. Our freedom is at stake. And the 2020 election was the most important election in U.S. history since 1864. And it's been the most important election of my lifetime. And it will probably be the most important election of my lifetime. And I right now am fighting to get the word out and and do everything in all of my power to make sure Trump is not president again. I want you all to know that, there's a lot of people out there who still support Trump, and the more unhinged he becomes, the more they love him. They will follow this man no matter what he says or does. And we gotta fight back, and we gotta fight back hard. Trump must not be leader of the free world again. He is incompetent, he is mentally unfit, and he is more dangerous than ever. He is a complete loser. He ran 6 businesses into the ground. He went bankrupt 6 times. And he is a con man. He would be nothing without his dad's money, which he squandered a whole bunch of. And he will bow down to Xi Jinping. He will bow down to Vladimir Putin, and he will bow down to Kim Jong-un. He would suck their dicks and bend over, reach for his ankles, and take what's coming to him. And if he lets them fuck him, he's gonna fuck all of us. And you see, Trump tries to act like he's a big, strong man, but he will suck the dicks of these dictators, and he will hand them whatever they want. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Be good, y'all.